Hi. Nice. Nice. Okay. Yo! I saw someone behind me. Nice. Okay. Yo, buddy. Not closing behind me again. Okay. Okay, 8 a.m. I guess?
Oh, my head. I don't feel rested at all. What was that dream? So vivid. Despite my tiredness, I've woken with a new eagerness to attend this event's seance. Given I only learned about the event last night, I find that odd.
I find that odd as well.
What on earth was that?
A crash. Okay, the mounted fox, an intelligent and sly creature. Though those traits do not seem to have helped it here. Okay, a sigil that dissolves whatever it has been linked to. A sigil that unlocks doors that have been magically sealed. A strange sigil I saw in my dream that awoke me on using it. Okay, so I've learned sigils, so can I use them now to open doors, make things vanish, and awake from dreams? So many have witnessed strange apparitions in and around the manor. Certainly I've had improbable experiences there myself. Okay. Oh wait, the timetable not accessible right now. Okay. Okay, day 2, Saturday, October 30th, 8 a.m. Art room.
How fast must it have been going to break through like that, Mr. Hunter?
Hard to say, Mr. Sham. Some of the wood up there needs replacing, so all they had to do was hit the wrong part.
The stable master and groundsman, Mr. Dara Hunter. Given the attire, he is likely Father Lorcan's synod. Those whispering women, only one matching pair assigned in at the same time, and Mrs. Victoria Lau and the Miss Ivy McLeod. How do you know which is which, though?
What is happening here, Mrs. Joyce? Myself and the Marquess were in a meeting with Miss Mantovani.
Okay.
Oh, sirs, it were a crow. Poor thing was dead on impact. But don't you worry, we'll get this cleaned up in no time.
Caitlin Joyce, the housekeeper.
Sorry, Marquess.
Damn, Jonathan, you're not looking too good.
Miss Murphy.
Holy hell, Miss Murphy, how do you pronounce your first name? I'm not even gonna try that.
I was just coming to get you for young Master Walter. He won't eat alone. The food'll go cold for long.
Miss Murphy,
Well, then I shouldn't keep Walter waiting any longer. Come, I shall leave the rest of you to it, and trust everyone to have a good day.
The Marquis of Doon, Jonathan Blake. Would the boy in that painting be the master of the house, Walter? The commotion seems to be drawing a crowd. Is this everyone then? Everyone except Miss Deane, of course?
What's all this about a dead crow? Would that be a bad omen for anyone traveling today, yes?
Please, Mr. Coventry. Oh, Finn's being here is bad enough omen.
Right.
On some decorum, please. Perhaps then this is Rary and Fade Callahan.
Ha! She said far worse about me, and it all true. Aye, it's a bad omen, Coventry. No doubt about that.
Yo, that's some drip. Mr. O'Finn, he wasn't in the signing book. He must be the ex.
A bad omen? And it didn't show up in your cards, Mrs. Erickson. Oh my.
Show some respect. Mr. Dupre, can't you keep your woman in line? Or is your dynamic the other way around?
Mrs. Darcy is not my woman, Mr. Scarrett, nor am I her man. We are people and belong only to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the cards are more of a tool, a guide. They reflect.
Is there a need to prove yourself, Mrs. Erickson? Huh?
A French accent. He's likely Mr. Toussaint then. By process of elimination then, that distracted man must be Cathal O'Meara. And of those remaining women, the lady on the right looks more like a Barbosa, the other Quinn.
Speaking of late arrivals. Who was our newest guest?
Ah, all attention's on me now. Yes, all attention on me now.
This might be a good time to mention that breakfast will be ready at 9 a.m. in case anyone wants to return to their rooms and freshen up.
Saved by the bellboy. Okay, one of those people must be behind Miss Deane's disappearance. But who are they all? We're all here for the seance, and some of them know one another clearly. Do they all know one another? Am I clearly an infiltrator? I can think of that too much or I'll grow paranoid. All I can do is the job, investigate their vanishing and probe into these people. One of them is behind it. The more I can learn about them and their reasons for being here, the better chance I have in finding her. I should make a record of their movements. It might be helpful to know what their plans are and when their rooms are free.
Un moment. Monsieur? You would be, Declan Ward, correct?
Mm-hmm. You know who I am? Did you send me the letter?
Allow me to even the playing field, huh? I am Etienne Toussaint, a debunker of fraudulent mystics. And it's the topic of fraud I wish to speak with you on.
Okay, let's analyze the man. Society of Psychical Research symbol. A crest which reads Society of Psychical Research. Notebook in pocket. A notebook worn around the edges kept close to hand. Do you think Desion's claims could be true? Or are you telling me these dialogues are not voice acted? Oh. That you can actually summon a ghost and talk to her directly? Or as a one man, monsieur? But many things I considered impossible and then they were done, no? I have witnessed many strange things in my line of business. From what I know of her, if it can be done, then Mademoiselle Montrevani can do it. Okay. Have you studied the strange device in the atrium? I have, and it's strange indeed. But this place has other similar devices. I'm unsure if it means anything or it's purely for display. You know me, sir? Not quite. I know of you. It remains to be seen if you truly are the man I've read about. Increasingly, I think I see strange things around this manor. How suggestion will do things to the mind, Monsieur Ward. Figments of the imagination, perhaps, but perhaps we'd best on the side of a believer for now, and leave them be, no? Mr. Toussaint suggested that there may be frauds at the event, con artists hoping to take advantage of the more vulnerable attendees. Let's discuss this. Searching out fraud must be easy, working at an event such as this. In what way, monsieur? It's a séance. Surely everyone involved in running it is a charlatan, the rest naive fools. Au contraire, monsieur. Many of the guests are true magical practitioners. But at a gathering such as this, there is likely to be somebody looking to take advantage of the more vulnerable attendees, those who merely believe. Excuse me, but did you say there are people here who think they can perform magic? No. I said there are people here who can perform it. You are, I know, none of this scene. But believe me when I tell you, magic, rituals, ghosts, it's all real. It is hard, of course, and expensive in what it takes, so it is not commonplace. Easier for some to fake. This is ridiculous. To you right now? Maybe. But you are here now, and you will soon be see many unexplainable things. Okay, what else can I discuss with you? I love that we have an eye above an observation or something. Once we've discussed it. If I may ask, what does that crest you're wearing indicate? Ah, it's the emblem of the Society of Psychical Research, a grouping of curious individuals who try to apply academic rigor to paranormal situations. It's a mixed set, some believers, some skeptics, some in between. But I find it suits me to have some like-minded people to share my work with. Do you always carry that notebook with you, Mr. Toussaint? More often than not. It's a lot to record. Best I don't change it into something fragile like memory. You agree, no? I have seen you making notes in your own journal, are we? I guess, okay. You suspect someone then? I believe most attendees are legitimate practitioners, but yes, I have my suspicions. My intent is to gain proof that will discredit them. Okay, attendees and staff have their own problems to be solved. Solving these mysteries will help you uncover more about their relationship with Diane. Diane, and their own reasons for attending the séance. You've gained enough evidence to solve Mr. Toussaint's hypothesis. After solving the hypothesis, confront Mr. Toussaint to find out what your deductions have revealed. Have I? What sort of proof would suffice to show someone to be a fraud? Any number of things, monsieur. Catching them in the act, of course. But a record of their methods, a letter admitting they are faking it, even a confession would do, if witnessed by someone of standing. I'm sure you will know it when you see it. So, Mr. Toussaint, tell me about yourself. I'm an academic with a particular interest in the supernatural. Whether it can be proved or disproved. Enough people work to prove its existence, but not so many try to mark where fraud begins. I take it from your accent you have traveled far to be here? Some distance, I will confess. I'm accustomed to traveling to England, London especially, but this is significantly farther west. As for my origin, France, Paris. Nowadays, though, I was born and raised in Reims. Have you ever been? I've never left Ireland. I hope someday you have the opportunity. In the meantime, your country is quite beautiful in its own way. You know anything about Evelyn? Do you know Miss Deane? We've met once or twice, but never exchanged anything more than small talk. She came off as pleasant, though I suspect there was more to her than she let on. Certainly, I was right, as it is clear to me now that many guests have complex relations with the woman. What an interesting life she must lead. Okay. That's one thing. Have you spoken to the manager? Monsieur Valet? Not extensively. I don't take him as one for idle conversation. My kind of man. Okay, no more evidence to discuss. Let's form a hypothesis. Okay. His last goal is to me into a for okay. Is to coerce me into investigating a guest for a society or for fraudulent. What if? No, that can't be. Okay, there's something wrong. Okay, so that's it.
It seems Mr. Toussaint is here on a witch hunt and intends to force me to his side. I should confront him about this.
Your goal is to coerce me into investigating a guest for fraudulence.
Quite right. Excellent. I had planned to do it myself, but once I saw you, I knew you would have to help, Detective.
So, you do know who I am?
Indeed. I am an investigator of my own sort, you see. It would be foolish of me enter a new country and not read the papers, n'est-ce pas? As for my own investigation, I have focused on Madame Hazel Erickson. I'll get to the heart of it. She's an out-and-out fraud. About this I have no trace of a doubt. But my belief alone is not quite enough. I still lack evidence. Here, take this key. It will let you into room 19, Madame Erickson's room. There you can find something that proves the case. Of this I'm sure.
What makes you think I'd do a thing like that?
Why do you have the key to her room? I think is the more pressing question.
That's your job, is it not? And you would want to keep your presence here quiet, no?
I will shout it to everyone in here, but that's me, and I'm a shady detective.
You won't hear a thing further about your presence once you have aided. Here, the key. I shall see you back with the evidence inside the hour, yes? Otherwise, well, I will have to make an announcement at breakfast. You will be out no long after, I assure you.
And how do you expect me to get into Miss Erickson's room safely?
I believe I heard her discussing her plans with Monsieur Aufin. You might consider listening in.
I do not like getting blackmailed.
Ah, hello again, Monsieur Ward. Can I help you?
That's all.
Take care, monsieur.
Can eavesdrop in private conversations to discover more clues.
I'm sorry, sir, but do you have a pen I can borrow?
No, no use for one. Drudgery is an oral tradition, so I never got much into the writing. Oh, it served me grand for my purposes. Do you want my chisel?
No. I was planning on taking some notes. I want to go downstairs and examine the energy left by that poor bird before breakfast.
Why?
I suspect there is something to be learned about our fortunes here. If only I could have gotten to it before it was cleaned up.
Aye, well, I suppose some folks here have never gutted a bird to read its entrails before.
Is that some kind of Irish saying?
No.
No.
Oh, well, you'll excuse me then.
Mr. O'Finn doesn't write, and I didn't see his name on the sign-in book. He must be the person who marked his name with an X, so I'll make a note of that. Okay, while investigating, you can learn characters' movements across the weekend. This information is learned by asking people, searching rooms, listening in on conversations, and more. This information will be added to the timetable. As you learn more information, the timetable will be populated. Characters will appear on a map each hour if you know their schedule for that time slot. Reminders can also be set so events aren't missed. She's down there now. That's where Mrs. Hazel Erickson is staying. Look at the crystal ball. Nothing happens while I touch it. It feels surprisingly cold.
I'm running out of time to find Mr. Toussaint as evidence.
A standard deck of tarot cards. Can't see anything special about them. Yeah, I'm gonna close that. Guess we don't do that, okay. Attendee. Targets? It says targets. Miss Deane's name is circled. Etienne Toussaint is crossed out. Mr. Hunter. And the Callahans are also there. Let's open. If we need a pen and leather. Okay, wait a second. Can I look closer at how she wrote the name Evelyn Deane? Maybe she forged the letter. Okay, a combination lock. Remains of a letter from a contact telling her that she is is magically void, meaning she cannot learn magic no matter how hard she tries. No wonder she burned it. A dress, bedecked with beads and sequins. Surely it's for the stage. Clothes for the event, none of it is noteworthy. Dress clothes, nothing important. Mrs. Erickson's schedule for the weekend. I've no other movements on my timetable. Nice. A book by Mr. Tosson. Frauds and Their Mythology, Volume 2. Has several pages bookmarked. Variety of average-sized shoes. A book on the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, a spiritualist society. What's this? Mixture of morphine and scopolamine. What the hell is scopolamine? I've heard of this concoction being used to sedate people. Is this for her own use or something more sinister? Okay, give me a second. Okay, so what's her timetable? Evening she will be at the bar. Tomorrow in the hedge maze, okay. There's not a whole lot going on. It's a combination for this, I wonder. What was that society again? HOGD. I mean, it's worth a try, right? Okay, that was easy. Small stones with runes roughly carved into them. Some candles. Retread candles, something about them leaves me uncomfortable. Some ancient looking pages, collection of notes. Illuminatus Magicis Consumatio. Magic resides in the heart of the user. Consume it and you will take their power. Okay. Place a sedated Victim inside the ritual circle. Place them in the circle, cut out their heart and eat it? Candles, a knife, bark oak, everything required to carry out the ritual. But who? I cannot risk picking another pariah like me. This looks to be a ritual to eat the heart of a person and steal their magical abilities. Good God, she can't honestly mean to go ahead with this. She circled with Dan's name. Alright! I think we got everything in here.
Hello again, Monsieur Ward. Can I help you?
Okay, what is your opinion on Mrs. Erickson? I think I've made that clear, no? Alright. When a scrap of paper indicated that Mrs. Erickson is a pariah, I thought it might interest you. It does. What the scrap is saying? Is the page complete? Is she named on it? She's not. Then it will not suffice. I do not think we could convince anyone it wasn't a forgery, however real it might be. You have any plans for the weekend? Other than the ball this evening, I hope to attend the talks. Talks? In the drawing room. One at 11, one at 3. And one more at 5, if you wish to join me. And tomorrow, let me see. I plan to attend the drawing room talks at 3 and 5. I want to eat before the séance at 9, but I have no interest in the silent dinner, so I'll need to corner the staff and make arrangements for beforehand. I discovered a list in her room with names of guests on it. Interesting. Well, it doesn't prove anything in itself. A list of marks for her fraudulent ways? A list for something more? Who can say of this alone? Your name was marked off. How insulting! A list of people she does not like, maybe? Evelyn Deane's name was circled. At the top was written targets. Interesting. Speculation, yes. But perhaps it is not that I do not use magic. It is that I do not use magic, whereas Mademoiselle Deane, she is rumored to be a studied woman. Saving the best for last, brother. I found a ritual in her room. It talks of eating a person's heart to steal their magical abilities. Surely this is nonsense, sir. Such a thing cannot be real. What's more, she cannot intend to be undoing this. That is ominous. Rather too ominous. Certainly, such rituals exist. Do they work? I cannot say. Would she do it? Madame Erickson is a fraud, monsieur, but I have trouble believing her capable of such a deranged act. You'll no doubt find many here studying strange things, but reading a book on sacrifice is not the same as performing it, correct? If we are to know this is a plan, and not academic in nature, then you would need to confess. She is unlikely to confess to me, but you? Perhaps. You said you wanted to see Mrs. Erickson in action, but isn't Miss Camilla Maturani the mystic of honor in this seance? You are correct, monsieur, but that does not interest me. Mademoiselle Maturani's talents are known and tested many times over. I'm sure she will do a fine job.
That's all.
Yeah.
Take care, monsieur.
Yeah, I will leave for now.
It's nearing breakfast, and I need to find that evidence for Mr. Toussaint soon.
Yes, I know. The profile lady. Crest on a necklace, an elaborate crest, one with pride. I don't recognize the symbol itself, however. Consume jewelry, costume jewelry, an array of jewelry, the sort worn by spiritualists and show women. Knows energy. She hides it well, but seems uncomfortable. For what reason? Okay, I have the hypothesis unlocked, but I can still talk to her a little bit.
Well, hello there. I don't recognize you. We haven't met before, have we?
We haven't. I'm Declan Ward. Mrs.
Erickson. Hazel, if ever we should get so friendly. I'm a medium by trade, so naturally I had to come to this gathering. I'm hoping to pick up some new skills before the end.
You're right, Mrs. Erickson. You seem uncomfortable. As if to comment on it will make me more comfortable. I'm fine, Mr. Ward. Thank you. Okay, I shouldn't be wasting too much time. I don't suppose you've met Miss Deane? Only this week, but her reputation precedes her. You know, Mr. Ward, that certain animals have brightly colored patterns to ward off other creatures? That's what they're saying these days. It's too bad Miss Dane's not a frog. Maybe it stopped the likes of Mr. O'Mara from chasing after her tail. He was? Mr. Ward, the poorly boy, asked her to marry him. She said no, of course. And so publicly, too. What's a wolf to do with a lovesick puppy? A wolf, then? Not a frog? No, I said she should be a frog. Presently, she's just a harlot. Okay. Okay, Hazel Erickson's goal is to consume the heart of Evelyn Deane to steal her magical abilities. What if? Correct.
Mrs. Erickson intends on murdering Evelyn Deane to eat her heart and steal her magical abilities. I must confront her before it's too late.
Mr. Ward, what troubles you?
Your goal is to consume the heart of Evelyn Deane to steal her magical abilities.
How could you possibly... Can you, Read minds? Or did you let yourself into my room to rifle through my belongings? Bad news for both of us then. You can't say anything without giving yourself up as a thief. And who would believe you? Whatever it is, you're no mystic, so there's no way you can't understand. To know such secrets exist, such wonders to see, and to be kept from it by some abnormality. What's the reason? I've put the work in and nothing. Am I a soulless freak? Is that why? Am I to be punished in this life and then again for eternity? Would you sit by and do nothing? Well, I won't. I'll have my heart, my powers, my soul, and all you get by saying something is a nasty dealing with when I have them. Stay out of this, Mr. Ward, if you have any sense.
Okay, but at least we got a confession out of him. Good lord, the woman is insane. Desperate or both. She must be stopped. Maybe Mr. Toussaint will have some idea.
Hello again, Monsieur Ward. Can I help you?
Mrs. Erickson has confessed to me. Quite a gruesome plan. She is indeed a fraud. She has no magical powers. She seems to be incapable of using magic, in fact. Something that plagues her, to the point where she will perform a ritual to steal the heart and magical prowess from another ear.
What? No, it cannot be.
She is in dire need to feel magic. To have it, it seems. But also, she fears that the reason she cannot use magic is a flaw in her soul.
She's blinded, of course, by our desires. Anyone who believes in a soul would also believe that there is no eternal bliss for them after murder. Especially in a manner so foul. What's more, now you and I know our plan. Here, take my notes. Let her know that if she does this, not only it will stain her in her God's eyes for eternity, but also we'll see her hanged and raised to this oblivion she fears so much. She would be better served getting off this path now and finding more mundane solutions to finding her God's favor. I am told one can cleanse her soul with coin. My record shows she certainly coined enough of that in her time. As for you and me, Monsieur Warner, our business is done. Whatever reason you're really here, your identity is safe with me.
Oh, thank you.
And as for this place, news of our plans has turned my stomach. I've had enough mysticism for this trip. I shall be sitting the séance out.
Okay.
Now, if you'll excuse
Quite
me,
a change of heart.
I have notes to make in my quarters. Au revoir, monsieur.
Au revoir. Mr. Resolved. Mr. Toussaint is no longer attending the séance. Mr. Toussaint now has the information he needed on Mrs. Erickson, which will also ensure he does not do something more terrible. She does not do something more terrible. Okay. Okay, that gouge decreased and the light went out as soon as Mr. Toussaint decided he was no longer attending the séance. Okay. What exactly is the device monitoring and why? Maybe I should convince another guest to avoid the event and see if this occurs again.
Excuse me, sir. Is this your room? Number 4? Mr. Ward?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's me.
Sorry to disturb you, sir. Just delivering this parcel to your room. It was left for you at the front desk.
Hmm? By who?
No idea, sir. It was left when nobody was about to see. Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
What is this? A journal? It has Miss Deane's name on it. What's inside? How did it get here? No postmark? So it came from the hotel itself. But from who? Regardless of who sent it, I should read the thing. Sunday the 24th. She talked of her arrival at the manor. Everything seemed to go smoothly. Her writing is delicate and graceful, as was her signature. What are these 4 symbols beside the word supplies? Monday the 25th. It seems she bumped into somebody and was not pleased to see them. It looks as if she was to name them on the following page, but that information is now missing. It's ripped out. Tuesday the 26th. Okay, so there was 2 pages of information on Monday that have been ripped out. The night she went missing, she speaks of feelings of dread, and she doubts she will sleep that night. Her writing has become more erratic since she arrived at the manor. A sigil with dream scrawled next to it. I saw this in my dream. Did you dream it too? What does this mean? Did we have the same dream? What does it mean? Has anyone experienced anything similar, I wonder? If I could find even 3 people with similar experiences, then I could be sure there's something there. It seems some pages were torn out. This has left me with more questions than answers. Perhaps some answers lie in her reason for being here. Maybe I can find something related to that, or otherwise useful, by searching her room. But in which room was she staying? Okay, also I can still act on Hazel. Let's analyze this guy quickly. Crown, a roughly made crown of wood and leather. Wild hair and beard. He looks to be living a hermit's lifestyle. Ornate belt. His belt is quite eye-catching. Staff, a yew branch with the symbols of ornamentation, but he carries it proudly. Laboratory unlocked folk healing. Okay.
Mr. Ward, surely we have nothing left to discuss?
Oh, we have plenty to discuss.
Mrs. Erickson, we need to talk.
This had best not be about my personal affairs again. Why don't you do us both a favor, Mr. Ward, and stop interfering? What could you, of all people, possibly have to say to me?
That's not a bad point. Perhaps you'll be more interested in what Mr. Toussaint has to say. Shall we go to your room then? Or would you rather discuss this in the open?
Yes, my room, sir.
So you've read the notes and understand your situation. Whether you face eternal damnation now is a point of debate. You assume that this is linked to this magical nullness you have. You may well be wrong. But if you do this, then you are locking yourself onto that path. And Mr. Toussaint will ensure your remaining days will not be easy. Magic or no.
He's right. I'm a damned fool. I wanted so much to be special, to have what the others have. But now you have taken that hope from me. Maybe you will have saved my soul. But even now, I think I'd pay that price for a taste of that. If he wasn't going to rob my chance to use and appreciate it, I would curse you both if I didn't know there would be no venom in my bite. But he wins. I forsake this ritual. And I forsake this seance. I have no want to see others enjoying what I will never have.
Ooh, we get another person forsaking the seance so quickly.
I hope they see their ghost and more. So much more. Now, I would really like to be left alone. I have a lot to think about.
Well, actually, I have a lot of stuff to ask you about, if you don't mind. Mr. Self, Mrs. Erickson is no longer attending the seance. Using Mr. Self as a safeguard, I've talked Mrs. Erickson down. Alright, the guard decreased as people's plans for the seance change. I'm still unsure of the device's purpose, but my gut says I want this as decreased as possible by the seance. If this seance has attracted the likes of Mrs. Erickson, then Miss Deane may be in even more danger than I realized. I was able to make her see sense, but I doubt that's enough to spare her from eternal damnation. She's a fraud, an unrepentant sinner, with no regard for the harm caused by her pursuit of power. How many desperate people has she cheated to get this far? Can she atone for what she's already done? That is, if she even realizes she needs to. Regardless, she's no longer my concern. Alright. That is some nice progress. I'm going to end stream here for today. Because honestly, I was not expecting that I have to do so much reading. And games with a lot of reading are also always very exhausting. And, you know, hard on my throat and my voice. But I really like it. It's somehow... It's different than what I wasn't sure what I expected. Like, with detective games, I'm never sure how they design. I've encountered many different ways to encounter it, how you find clues, how you work with them. This is a pretty intense one, the ones I've seen. But I like it so far. We'll see going forward. So far, it seems like very good the system you have with clues, the visualization of connections between clues and things going on to help you possibly find your way and solve the mysteries. Especially I think these maps are incredibly useful. I also like, as far as I've seen, when you talk to a person, I mean, I'm not sure. Are you only shown the things you can discuss with them? It felt like it when I talked to Mr. Toussaint especially. But I wasn't really seeing everything. But pretty much I saw the stuff I could discuss with him. But I guess I have to have an eye on that in the future. It would be an amazing quality of life feature if that is the case. And so far, from what I've observed, that seems to be it. Also, stuff like the timetable and the map will be incredible. I mean, this has me thinking that this will get incredibly complex. Where's Mr. Toussaint's room? I wonder why Mr. Toussaint isn't shown to be in his room. Didn't they say he went there? Interesting. Okay, yeah, but basically I really like the tools the game provides me to basically keep my ducks in a row in a sense. Like to really make sure I have everything in order and can check, you know, people's timetable, where they're on the map and so on and so forth. And yeah. An interesting game. And I hope to continue soon.